Rex Brown and Johnny Kelly. How you guys doing?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good, good. So you guys are wrapping up the tail end of the warm-up tour. You were in Vegas on Friday, Viper Room last night, and you're here at the Gas Lamp today. How's it up and going?
Kicking ass.
It's been fun.
Is that rather than like just bashing it out in the rehearsal space and getting the rhythm, because you guys are the rhythm
Well,
section?
we did that for a week, so the old dogs retired, but it's rock and roll, baby,
Get it out on the road and just get the groove tight.
And you gotta, it's just a natural progression, Johnny came in and just nailed it. And the first couple of days were just structures, and then after that, letting him fly.
Right.
Keeping within the contents of the song, and it's a fucking blessing and a godsend, That's the way I look at it.
Absolutely. And you guys have both played with high-profile bands, so, Pantera, Typo Negative. Is it, at this point in your career, can you kind of just sit back and enjoy it all? And just kind of...
No, there's always...
You're going to kick ass every night, dude.
You always pushing.
All he's good as your last gig.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's you always got to, set goals for yourself, and every show is a new challenge.
Absolutely. And then starting out when you guys did, the music industry's changed so much, Nowadays it's all pretty much self-promotion. You can, media, social media.
It's crazy, man. It's like you gotta, be on that thing 24 hours to make sure you're posting and get, people seeing it. So it's a necessary evil at the same time. You got to be a live band. You got to be in that live situation, hitting every place you possibly can, and trying to. And the more people, the merrier. I think that's the biggest thing. We're a live band, and we try to pride ourselves in that. And with Johnny coming in, it just opens up the whole different. When you get somebody new, and I've known Johnny forever. Sorry about that. That's that it's just a breath of fresh freaking air.
Yeah.
So,
how important is the blues to you guys and what you do and where you're coming from when you're writing?
Everything that I've been a part of that's the root of it for sure. There's been like various, different whatever subgenres of it, but it all comes from that, the devil note.
It all comes from the Delta blues, dude.
Yep.
That's where it all comes
Robert
from.
Johnson.
Mix of gospel, mixture of R&B, straight blues, deep rooted stuff. That's where it all comes from.
Sure.
Cream, but you take different derivatives.
Sabbath was, they were a blues jazz band when they first started out.
Zeppelin, they were heavy blues.
Yeah.
And you're in a band called Earl's Court, a Zeppelin tribute band too, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and you take those things. Those are the things that I was raised on. You just interpret that. You take all those little things and you interpret it, and it comes out. The end result is what it is, but it all comes from that.
Yeah,
me about this.
Songs like Since I've Been Loving You, and apparently. Yeah, you hear that Hammond organ on Since I've Been Loving You, and that's just blues.
You hear the squeak of the Speed King, too.
Yeah. Absolutely. So you guys are literally playing Australia on Friday.
We're leaving tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's already Monday there now. So you'll be out there for a little bit, and then you're heading back here to play with King, and then do some gigs with Skid Row. That'll take you through July.
Doing a bunch of fest, kind of radio kind of things, which is cool,
We're going to Europe in between, too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Got a short trip to Europe and the UK.
And we have some dates coming up July, July, so... and by then we'll have something else in place. We want to keep this thing on the road.
Absolutely.
We didn't have a chance to do that with Vinny before, so now we do.
Right.
We got to go. It's time to roll.
Yeah, you guys just had the video drop for Leave It All Behind, which was interesting to hearing the song, and then seeing how the video came out was different, because my interpretation is teach English, so I actually use it when I teach The Great Gatsby. It kind of reminds me of like what Nick Carraway would have said to Gatsby about leaving it all behind, all the bad shit, in New York and all that.
That's what it is. And that song, especially with the lyrics, were very, hit home a lot of chords with, a couple situations with I'll leave lyrics up for their own interpretation of whoever wants to,
Sure.
check them out. But for me, that's a very hits me at home, very, very closely.
Yeah, just being able to walk away and just
Take whatever you want
Yeah.
out of it. It hits home to me at
Yeah.
various levels, and it's
Yeah.
personal for me, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, big time. Like I say, I love how it ties into the literature I teach. I mean, you can use it in so many different places. You guys have been pretty consistent with albums. Your first one debuted in 2012, self-titled, and then Revolution Rise, 2013. Is there a hurry for you guys to get back in the studio, or are you looking just to tour more and just get this one out?
With this thing, we couldn't tour, Vinny had all this stuff on his plate. We're very amicable. Everything's cool.
Yeah.
But he just didn't want to tour. And you have to tour this band and have people come see it. You can Facebook all you want to. But look, these days, people remember that ass kicking they get on stage.
Yeah.
They're gonna go, wow, they were fucking badass
Hell
on the
yeah.
song, man.
Or the guy up front, you made eye connection with him, and that made his night.
But you can't, if you don't have somebody that wants to go out and spend the time and and have the passion for that, and then your band's not going to go anywhere.
Stuck in a rut, yeah. Absolutely.
No disrespect whatsoever, but just his scheduling was not on our,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to sit around and wait for this thing to just happen,
Yeah.
You got to get out there. Dude, I love to play. I could sit on my sofa forever. I got a gift I want to share. That's the way I look at it.
Right. You got to be a bit of a road dog. Absolutely.
Every day playing is a good day.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's absolutely right.
And look at our jobs, man. We get to play music that we love,
Right,
So-
that's got to be just phenomenal. I mean, growing up and loving music, and
You sit around and see guys in bands that sit and bitch and moan about everything. Man, we're blessed and privileged to be able to do what we're doing.
absolutely, and on your own terms too. So this is really cool. Right on.
It's a nice aspect of it, for sure.
Yeah, it's great that you're able to appreciate that every day too, and just kind of, whether it takes 2 minutes or just a little reflection, just be like, God damn, this is doing what I love, and I'm loving what I do.
Basically,
I think-
you just hit it. I didn't have to answer that.
Yeah, well, you're like you say
I'd
a
be
lot
doing it anyway.
Exactly.
somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere doing something.
Yeah.
It'll always be part of my life.
When you feel it in your soul, it's going to come out one way or another.
We're lifers, man. We get to play.
Yeah, road dogs for sure. Where's a good way to keep track of you guys? For those that want to find out about Kill Devil Hill, where you're going to be.
First place to go
merch.
would probably be the website.
Kill Devil.
The website's pretty up to date.
KillDevilMusic.com.
.com.
That's
And
the
then-
first, and then all the other social media outlets and stuff. We're all getting involved. The learning curve with it. It's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff is definitely do it yourself than when we started out. But we're active in all of it. Facebook, and Twitter, and Instagram. Even I'm getting involved in Instagram now.
Yeah, it's crazy how it
It's weird how
I
that
posted
works.
a pic. I posted a pic yesterday.
It's crazy how it's all evolving so fast. And then 2 seconds
You
later,
have to move.
Facebook's not cool.
You have to
man.
move with the times. You do.
It's wild, right? And you get, like you were saying, the learning curve is just, that's just part of the deal.
Yeah.
You used to just have to worry about learning your songs and even when you're starting out, to go out and you promote the old way, going into the clubs and stuff like that, push your band.
Go to Tower, have a record
now,
signing.
Now it's completely different. And, try to get the right people to help us along the way, to put us in that direction. As to we want to do all the work, but we got to get put in the right direction on how do we go about it.
Absolutely.
We have a team now that helps us a lot with that. Probably the easiest, most accessible way to get us is Kill Devil Hill Music on Facebook. So
Keeps you up with all the latest gigs, and people can actually
Yeah,
go on there and
that-
say,
that's
I
the
saw
main
these
one,
guys
yeah.
last night, and they just blew the fucking roof off the place.
Absolutely.
Get you stoked to come down and see it.
Then it gets the news, and we get to all the posters, a whole bunch. So if I had to do with all the lights and get back to everyone, which I'd love to do, and sometimes
Sure.
I will. But I would spend 8 hours of the day.
Yeah, it would take your whole day, literally.
It would. So, but
It does. It really is time consuming. That's why I try to stay away from it. I shouldn't, but
Right on.
Dude, we got to rock. We have to travel. We have to get to what we got. We got to eat. We got to sleep. You know, it's you don't have a lot of time to do that. What, you know, you get a team of people that can do that for you and get you out there. That's that's the only way you can possibly get it work without going insane.
Yeah. And speaking of traveling, is there one album that you each have that is always a constant when you're out on tour that you listen to? Just
I have plenty, but one, Physical Graffiti from
There
Led
we go.
Zeppelin, for sure.
Oh, nice. In the Light.
That's like
a great song.
what on the radio you used to have like
Rover.
desert island discs, right? That's it.
for me. That's it.
Physical Graffiti.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
funny, Johnny. We were doing a photo session the other day, and of course he puts in Humble Pie, and I just like, I go, dude, I got this T-shirt, and I just happen to have it in my suitcase. I go,
He
Johnny,
pops
look
it out,
at
Look at
this.
this.
Oh shit.
Live at the Fillmore.
That's a great album. Hell yeah. Steve Marriott, Frampton
great
before anyone knew
band,
who
yeah.
he was.
In fact, I'm reading Sammy Hagar's book right now.
Oh, Red?
He talks about they went on the road with those guys.
Yeah.
Montrose. Anyway,
That's a great album, man. Jeez, that's
I'm
my brother
proud of
turned me on to
smoking,
that.
dude.
Hell
Just
yeah.
like the record.
Yep, yep. Walk on Gilded Splinters. There's some good ones on that. Damn.
Yeah, I still find myself like things come and go and stuff. You get into certain things, but I always still like find something new every time I listen to a Led Zeppelin record. And I still listen to them frequently. Like,
Yeah.
people around me are probably aggravated.
You hear
by
a
it,
note,
but-
you'd be like, oh, I didn't hear that last time. Or
But you
something
do,
different
like,
pops up.
there is. It's always, like throughout all the years and everything, spanning decades, it still sounds fresh. It doesn't sound dated. It doesn't sound. It doesn't really sound like a point in time anymore.
No, and
Like,
for a
it
double
just-
album, not to have a single wasted song on there, that's a feat right there.
But,
I mean,
I gotta
all the
say, like,
records.
the whole catalog is like that to me.
Yeah.
I think the only Zeppelin song I never really dug was Hats Off to Roy Harper. I think that was about it. I think that's the only one I
That's
was
great. All like the pedal steel guitar and that and stuff. It's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Dude,
I don't know why I just never
what are you
did
talking
that.
about, dude?
But yeah, no, that's a fucking phenomenal album for sure.
Yeah, all of it, like, and there's
Listen to all
not
kinds
too
of
many
stuff.
bands like that now. Like, I don't know if there's going to be like any bands that are current where you'll be able to say that 20, 30, 40 years from now.
Yeah, I kind of wonder that myself.
It's unfortunate.
sometimes. It is.
It's unfortunate
Because it's all smothered in, subgenre, some genres and sub-songs.
Well,
You
that's
know
the
what I'm
thing,
saying?
you
I'm so
guys come
tired
out-
of that.
Yeah.
It all boils down to rock and roll, dude.
Kick-ass rock and roll.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's not about what kind
Any
of
way
metal
you
it
want to
is.
interpret it, we just do it our way.
Well, sure.
you know?
Even going back to the 90s, Alice in Chains to me was always a badass hard rock band.
Yeah, they
I didn't
were-
see them as grunge. I was just like, damn, these guys are fucking good.
Yeah, they were just a great band.
I don't consider them grunge. I don't even consider Soundgarden grunge.
No, absolutely not.
And even those, like, those two bands in particular, also, they fall into that category where it doesn't sound like, dated or anything. You can still put them, you can listen to Facelift now, and it still sounds
Oh,
just as
yeah.
great as it did,
We Die Young.
Now
it
we're
ain't like
we're
that.
talking over 20 years ago.
To me, grunge to me was Slippers and Mudhoney and
Yeah.
Nirvana. That's whatever, that grunge catalog. You're selling the shit at Kmart, whatever. Nah. First,
Some of the bands definitely
Bleach
transcended
was
Soundgarden and Alice in Chains.
Alice
They
in
definitely
Chains.
transcended that whole thing. I think
they got lumped in.
They just got it,
Yeah.
because they all come from the same area. They all, they had to come up with some kind of category.
Yeah,
category
that's what
for
they
it.
always.
Yeah.
People can't just
People
call it
have to
kick-ass-
categorize
yeah.
things.
They
you
can't
know?
just call it kick-ass rock and roll.
Right.
It's not good enough for them.
Exactly.
I know why.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, I thank you guys for your time. I know you guys got a huge show
Appreciate
coming
it,
up
bro.
and
Thank you, man.
huge
Nice
tour.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys too. Best of luck this year. We'll be looking forward to hearing more from you
You'll be
guys.
seeing a lot of us.
It's good to know.
Trust
Good to
me.
hear. Right on.